Coming in at number 5 is a short about one of the most important lessons I talk about: respect. Respect isn't just something we expect from kids, it's something we have to model first. Let's watch this short together and then I'll share a bit more about it.
Not disrespect kids and then expect them to respect us. Just because they are kids does not mean you get to talk to them however you want to talk to them. It's simple as that. You have to respect them. You have to show them what you want. Then they can match it.
Respect is a two-way street. Kids learn it by observing how adults treat them and how adults treat others. This specific clip came from my training called From Chaos to Calm: Ways to Deal with Disruptive Behaviors, is basically what the training is all about. And this is from the first time I ever did that training. During the training, people ask different questions, and there's actually another clip in the top 5 clips from today that is also from another edition of this training. But this one was all about what to do when a child doesn't show you respect. And as the discussion kept going, I realized it was really important to talk about the way that kids learn how to give respect is by first being respected. Many times there are adults in kids' lives who just demand that children respect them, but don't show the children the respect that they want to see. Maybe they cut the child off as the child is speaking, or they scream at the child, or they don't model the way that they want the child to be respecting them. They don't model the behavior that they want to see in the child. Just recently, I had a family that was meeting in my office, and I was meeting them for the first time. We were doing what's called a comprehensive evaluation, where I get to know some about the child and their situation and some things that they may want to work on and come up with if there's a diagnosis, all those types of things. And throughout the course of this conversation, the mother repeatedly just said, "He's just so disrespectful. He's just so disrespectful." And the child was sitting right there, but the child interrupted at one point and said, "I don't think that's what it is." And the mother looked back at him and said, "Why won't you just shut up? Just shut up." And I looked at the mother and I said, "Hold on. You're talking about how he is being disrespectful, but you're telling him to shut up. And I just need to let you know that's not something I'm going to allow you to say to him in my office." And immediately the whole conversation shifted. Everything became different at that point. And I said, I know you are working really hard, and I know that you are really frustrated, but I'm not going to allow you to yell at and tell him to shut up in front of me in my office. From that point forward, it did change. And some of you might be thinking, yeah, I bet she was really ticked off. And maybe she was, but she began to speak about him differently. She began to say, yeah, I just know that he's really struggling because he's doing all these things at school and he's starting to do these things at home. And I'm just really frustrated because I'm getting called from work. But because I said, hey, that's not a way that I'm going to allow you to speak to him. I'm not going to allow you to disrespect him in my office like that. Everything changed. And I can also tell you that there were times he began to interrupt his mother again, and I looked back at him and I said, hold on. I said to Mom that I wasn't going to let her say some things to you in that way, but I also need to tell you we're going to let Mom finish what she has to say. That's how you're going to show respect to Mom in my office. And then he did. It was as if once Mom was able to start showing more respect to him, he was able to start showing more respect to Mom. And that is how it works. Kids don't just know. They aren't just born with this idea of respect. They have to learn it. And the way that they learn it is by watching you. They see how you treat them. They see how you treat others. They see how you treat the cashier at McDonald's. They see how you treat the server at the restaurant. They see how you talk to other parents at the school. They see how you talk to their teachers, and they are watching to see how they should also be doing the same. Next time your child is being quote unquote disrespectful, you can pause and ask yourself, am I modeling what I want them to do? Or have I modeled what I want them to do? And if the answer is no, start modeling it. If the answer is yes, then talk with them about how you have shown this to them and see where that disconnect might be. Children don't just come up with disruptive behaviors. They see them and then they do them back. Make sure that you are modeling for your child the behavior that you want to see. There's that golden rule, treat others the way that you want to be treated. And there's kind of a follow-up to it. Treat others the way you want to be treated, even when they aren't treating you that way. And really, that's what the golden rule is all about. It's not just treat others the way that they treat you. It's treat them how you want to be treated, whether or not they reciprocate. And that doesn't mean stay around them if they continue to not reciprocate. It means that you are going to show respect whether or not they are showing respect back to you. And that also needs to continue on with children. That if you want your child to show respect, you need to treat them how you want to be treated. Whether or not they continue to show that behavior, you still need to model it for them, and over time, that's how they'll pick it up. If this resonates with you, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment about how you teach respect in your home or your classroom.